Hello, today we will talk about our marketing plan to export ice cream from Ireland to Brazil. The next slide, please. The free trade agreement made trading EU and some countries South America a lot easier. We selected Brazil as our target market. Our product is ice cream from Murphy's. Murphy's is based in Donegal, Ireland. They identify themselves as a real ice cream producer since 2000. Their ice cream is special because they're using a lot of organic and local ingredients, including free-range eggs and farm milk. As their product is dairy category, they can benefit from their free trade agreement. According to the states, in 2018, Europe exported 78 million euros worth of ice cream to Mercosur countries, and in 2019, Europe exported 80 million euro worth of ice cream. This made that ice cream tends easier, mostly exported product from Europe to South America. We think free trade agreement, the increased ice cream trade between Europe and Mercosur countries and the Brazilian markets makes this product a suitable one. The next slide, please. Now I will talk about the Brazilian ice cream market in detail. Main buyers in Brazil are 34 years old and younger. Also, the majority purchases is to feel fresh during the hot season. This accounts for 70% of buyers. According to a recent research, ice cream in Brazil is common household purchase for one who lives in big cities. When it comes to payment, their customers prefer paying by either cash or credit cards. Healthy ingredients are important for Brazilian customers. However, they want an ice cream to have a well balance between being healthy and delicious. Murphy's define their ice cream as natural and real. That's it in line with Brazilian customers' value. Murphy's nutrition's value have been improved recently, which is also in line with requirements of Agricultural Department of Ireland. So it makes it easier to export it to Brazil. In São Paulo, 80% of consumers want to buy natural ice cream, whereas in Rio, it's just 50%. So São Paulo seems like an interesting location. While buying natural ice cream, they also like different flavors. Tasting a variety of flavors from Murphy's will be interesting to Brazilian customers. 36% of Brazilian customers are price sensitive, so pricing is important as well. And good news that their purchasing power parity is increasing. So it's expected that we will spend more on common household purchases. And as I mentioned earlier, ice cream is one of those. Then making their purchase decisions, social media comments are important to Brazilians. As a bad social media comment can have a very negative impact on their sales. Such a negative comment should immediately be addressed by Murphy's to avoid any impact on their businesses. So Murphy's should work with professional in digital marketing area and have a good social and strategy and team to review customer feedback in social media. Annually, New Zealand consumes 12 kilograms per capita and Australia consumes 10 kilograms per capita. This number in Brazil, 2.3 kilograms only. Thinking of growing demand and increasing in purchasing power, ice cream consumption is estimated to increase to Brazil. It's better to take this strong presence in the market earlier in the game for Murphy's. In Brazil, especially in São Paulo, small businesses that produce handcrafted or premium ice cream are preferred by customers. Murphy's premium ice cream should be a good fit for this market. 23rd of September is an important day because it's National Ice Cream Day in Brazil. Such important day should be noted while designing marketing strategies. Participating in such events is a good opportunity to promote their product and show their existence to customers. Overall, the economic conditions, demand, and preferences in Brazil is in Murphy's favor. As a growth is expected in an industry and Murphy's makes it easier to export, this is good opportunity for Murphy's. That's it from my part. Now Shirley will talk about local regulations.
Hello, guys. So I'm going to talk about the local regulations would be applied to Murphy's ice cream in Brazil. So we are going to start with the duties and the taxes. The importation of Murphy's ice cream from Brazil is considered a formal entry clearance when the shipments and goods are above $3,000 for resale. The process consists in documents request, customs clearance, and also transportation of the product from Ireland to Brazil, which the cost depends on the company chosen. The total of duties and taxes sum up 48%, which it is a quite expensive, rising the price of Murphy's ice cream, and also we can recognize Häagen-Dazs as a competitor. The complete description of duties and taxes of Murphy's ice cream in Brazil are composed by 16% of import duty, 18% of ICMS, 4.7% of IPI, and as nearly 8% of COFINS and nearly 2% of PIS. The obstacles for the market entry. Imported goods are considered to be high-end products. Also, consumers connect Europe with sophistication and tradition, giving European businesses as an advantage. For high-end buyers, price isn't always the deciding factor. Food products must comply with MAPA and Anvisa regulations to be sold in Brazil. The importer should do a compliance analysis that requires not only the product's structure, but also additive limitations and food safety standards. Brazilian legislation have a positive list of allowed ingredients, what means that only goods such as additives, colorings, and preservatives that have been expressly approved by Brazilian regulations are allowed on the market. All ingredients in food products must follow government standards and tolerance. The technical regulation defines the identity and the quality standard for a particular food. So now we will have a look on the pesto analysis applied to Murphy's ice cream. In the first topic, we have the political factors. Brazil is the stronger country in South America. Several political analysts believe that Brazil can become a future superpower country, what assumes that the Brazilian territory is a good decision when it comes to the first Murphy's shop in South America. Brazil has been very concerned about corruption in the recent years. It is this one the most serious issue, which could be a negative point to open new stores due to the uncertain and not established currency, what could disestablish the product's importation. The second topic, we have the economical factors. Brazil has the 9th largest economy in the world. According to several predictions, the Brazilian economy will rise in the coming years, even though 2020 and 2021 are being tough years for business established in Brazil. The expectation is growing again from 2022, from next year, which makes an effective decision for Murphy's ice cream. Also, Brazil hold one of the largest dairy industries in the world. Over the last few years, the industry has expanded in a fast pace, with the sales rising 61%. Brazil is an important member of the BRICS, attracting foreign direct investment. Following, we will have a look on social factors. Brazil is the country with a range of cultures, and the population is estimated to be about 280 million people. The official language is Portuguese, and the country's official religion is a Christianism. Recently, Brazil made considerable progress. People can live a better life, and time to time, people can buy more expensive products. Brazilians are very trendy and up to date. Many people enjoy purchasing high-end products, making Murphy's ice cream a potential brand to grow and explore new customers in São Paulo, and maybe later on, new cities around the country. On the downside, the price would be an obstacle, competing directly with Häagen-Dazs, imported from France, a brand that all Brazilians know. And now, the technological factors. Brazilians are one of the world's most avid users of social media. Considering this information, Murphy's easily would reach new customers in Brazil by the social media, through the investments in advertisements. The nature of Brazilian's curiosity, especially when it comes to food, would help Murphs expand the business in Brazilian territory. For the environmental factors, Brazil is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and the tourism industry is expanding in the country, contributing to the economies. Organizations are active in fiscalization and the control of dairy imports into Brazil. They are MAPA, stands for the Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock and Supply. The entity works to avoid the entry and the spread of pests, ensuring the safety of goods. Vigiagro, the International Agricultural Surveillance System, is in charge of inspecting and supervising international animal and plant trafficking. And Anvisa, the National Health Surveillance Agency, is responsible for ensuring that imported goods follow the Brazilian sanitary standards. And for the last, we have legal factors. Although Brazil welcomes foreign investments in general, there are some restrictions. Before being loaded abroad, the Brazilian government requires social import authorization for dairy products. As a result, the importer must apply for a Siscomex import license. MAPA and Anvisa will review the import license and either accept or refuse the request to import goods. So now Milena will explain about market entry, strategies, and promotion.
Hello, my name is Milena Pereira, and I will talk now about marketing entry. So we analyzed this topic considering the 4 P's of marketing mix suggested by Cowell. So here we have product, price, place, and promotion. About product, we can say that Murphy's is interesting for Brazil because it is differentiated and has healthy flavors of an artisanal ice cream from Ireland. That's something new for the Brazilian market. Regarding the identity of the product, we consider important that they keep the one they already use in Ireland. They would keep the same colors, for example, blue and white, the logo, uniforms, and packaging. But we also recommend that they make some adaptations in branding for the Brazilian market, like changing phrases from English to Portuguese and creating, for example, some special packaging for Brazilian events. About price, we consider Murphy's a premium ice cream. So in our research, we discovered that in the region where the Murphy store will be launched, there are other ice cream stores selling premium brands such Häagen-Dazs and Bacio de Leite. For both of them, the prices vary between 10 reais for a small ice cream and 67 reais for 1 kilo of ice cream. So in order to be competitive, Murphy's would need to follow this price line and invest in differential promotional strategies like combined sales, loyalty programs, and promotional coupons. About place, we choose the region that has the most visited park in South America, considered the Central Park of São Paulo, Ibirapuera. Central location is great for business because it has easy access for pedestrians. There is a lot of bus and metro lines, and we believe that it makes it easier for employees and customers to access the Murphy store. It's also a modern and safe place, and it is very associated with the values of healthy and quality of life defended by the brand. About promotion, initially, the promotional marketing has the goal to make the Brazilian public know the brand and feel motivated to consume Murphy's ice cream. Thinking about that, we believe that the message must be enthusiastic, referring to joy and healthy life. This message should be addressed primarily by good quality images and short videos on Instagram. We choose Instagram as a social media because it is one of the most used social media in Brazil. We also suggest the adoption of physical advertising on billboards and electronic banners around the store. We think that it can draw attention to the inauguration and guide the audience to the social medias of Murphy's, which is the main source of content and communication. Next slide, please. As a mode of entry, we choose franchising in the licensing model because it's the most suitable, considering that the production of ice cream will continue to be carried out in Ireland. So it means that Brazil and the future franchisees, they will receive the product in its final version, and we will also have access to the branding, concepts, and all the experience for the adequacy of the brand in the country. So as I mentioned before, the first Murphy's store will be opened at nearby Ibirapuera Park, that it's a very valuable area with great opportunity for the brand. And still talking about mode of entry, as we also mentioned, we understand as a point of attention the translation from English to Portuguese, as well as changes some reference that doesn't make sense in Brazil, such the sentence handmade in jingle, for example. Jingle is not a place that Brazilians know about, so the best option to replace it would be to say handmade in Ireland. As a promotion campaign, we need to consider that Murphy ice cream calls itself real, healthy, and because of that, it's suggested to distribute sample of ice cream in the Ibirapuera Park as a promotional action, because there is a lot of people doing a physical activity there, and there is also a business region, which means there is a pool of companies and target consumers in general. Next slide, please. So here on the left, we can see how is the visual identity of the brand now. As we said, we believe we can keep it in the Brazilian market. On the right, we see what would be a banner to announce the entry of Murphy's ice cream in Brazil. In this picture, we have the design of Murphy's combined with the Brazilian flag and with the sentence already adapted, handmade in Ireland. Next slide, please. Another promotion action involves a special Brazilian interest in personalization. Thinking about that, one option would be to create a promotion on Instagram asking consumers what Brazilian flavor they would like to have at Murphy's. Offering 3 previous options, such as açaí, caipirinha, and tapioca, for example, each vote would give the consumer a 5% discount gift voucher to be used in Murphy's store. This action would also be good for the brand, once it could help Murphy's to listen the local public, interact more with them, and at the end have a chance to create a personalized product to their menu. Next slide, please. So considering all the research we made, as well as all the plan he presented, we believe that Murphy's ice cream would be well accepted in the Brazilian market and would have potential for success in São Paulo and future expansion to other regions of Brazil. Thanks so much.
Thank you.